Jabez was given a name that meant pain, but he refused to let it define him. Instead, he prayed for God's blessing, and what happened next changed everything. This is a story of faith, transformation, and the power of prayer. Long ago, in the land of Israel, there was a child named Jabez. His story wasn't like others. From the moment he was born, his mother named him Jabez, which means pain, because she bore him in great sorrow. Imagine growing up with a name that reminded everyone of suffering. Jabez carried this burden throughout his life. But instead of letting his name define him, he chose a different path. He believed that God's plans were greater than his circumstances. He saw others prosper and wondered if he was destined for the same pain that had marked his birth. He longed for something greater. Deep inside, he knew that if he turned to God, his life could change.
Mother, why did you name me Jabez? Why did my birth bring you so much sorrow?
My son, life has hardships we do not always understand, but sorrow does not have to be your future.
Her words stayed with Jabez, and as he grew, so did his desire for a life beyond sorrow. Jabez had a choice. He could accept the limits his name placed on him, or he could reach out to God for something more. And so, with faith in his heart, Jabez prayed a simple but powerful prayer.
Oh, Lord, bless me indeed. Expand my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain.
Jabez didn't ask for riches or fame. He asked for God's blessing, for more opportunities to serve, for God's presence to guide him, and for protection from harm. He knew that with God, he could rise above the meaning of his name and live a life of purpose. Jabez was not just a man of prayer. He was a man of action. He labored diligently, helped his neighbors, and remained faithful in all he did. His reputation grew, and soon people saw him not as a man of sorrow, but as a leader of wisdom and integrity. His life was changing before his eyes. He no longer felt bound by his past. The prayer he had lifted to heaven was being answered in ways beyond his imagination. God granted his request. Jabez's land expanded, his influence spread, and his name became a testimony, not of pain, but of the power of faith and prayer.
Jabez, I have seen how your God blesses you. Teach me to pray as you do.
Come, let us seek the Lord together.
His story inspired others to seek God, proving that faith changes everything. The story of Jabez teaches us that our past does not define us. No matter where we come from or what challenges we face, we can turn to God and ask for his blessing. Jabez shows us that faith, prayer, and trust in God can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. Jabez made sure to pass his story down to the next generation, reminding them that God is always willing to bless those who seek him with sincerity. So what about you? What's the name or situation that's holding you back? Remember, like Jabez, You can pray for God's blessing and step into the life He has prepared for you. The power of prayer can change everything. The story of Jabez reminds us that when we seek God, He answers, and when He blesses, no one can take it away. If you are inspired by this story, please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.